Hello, Arderians. This is Junaid Miman again, and welcoming you on day 10 of 11 days of Earth Selling. Today's day is dedicated to No Gadget Day. Can you believe that? The irony of life. I'm communicating to you through this gadget, and you consuming this information through a gadget, and I'm promoting the idea of No Gadget Day. But yes, that's really, really important because today, right now, we are not reached to the seriousness, or maybe we are not able to communicate to the whole world. That people are not consuming not using the gadgets. So today, definitely, you are getting this information through this gadget. But every year, 10th May is dedicated to World No Gadget Day now on, and I will tell you the reason that why should we should not dependent too much on gadget, how it is going to create environmental hazard it's creating, and why we are promoting as part of 11 days for Earth's healing, because gadget is another big source of pollution which we are facing, and this pollution is irreparable pollution. I'm telling you, once you start understanding this, the detail, the simple thing, e-waste, the amount of e-waste we are creating because of the usage of gadget, the way we are changing our mobile phones or our computers and television sets and a lot of other screens which we use all the time. We are constantly changing, and because the things are evolving, the smart television is there, smartphones are there, things are getting smarter, and in due to be in the race of being smart, we are actually creating a lot of e-waste. If I give you a simple figure, about 3.5 billion people in this world is using mobile phone, and usually we change a phone every 2 years, if not every year. In average, it's 2 years. People who change in 6 months also, because the new models, the new range. But as an average, it comes to that. A laptop would be getting changed in every 3 years, or maybe a desktop, same about 3 years, 4 years, or maybe a television set in every 5 years. But that would be for the average household. But there are a lot of people who can afford the new models and the new quality, new variant. They change every 2, 3 years. So I'm saying the amount of e-waste getting generated from the when you throw them. And please understand, while manufacturing those gadgets, the amount of carbon, cobalt, and metal is being used, that is also coming from the same source, which we have been constantly talking about, that now we have to start rationing our usage. Wherever it's possible, we should not waste anything, because which has come from the nature, whether it's a food, to a metal, to water, anything which we are getting from the nature. Now we have to be very cautious when we are using those stuff, because things are, because of our over usage, we are in this situation where climate change is just sitting on our head, and we are moving towards a big disaster. So out of the 11 days, this particular day, which is dedicated to No Gadget Day, has a specific purpose, where we wanted to promote the idea of using the less gadget. I would also say it's about radiation. Just imagine one day, 3.5 billion mobile phones are not used. So imagine the amount of radiation will go down in just one day. That will help this nature to heal. That will help a lot of birds and bees and insects to grow for just one day. 24 hours or 12 hours is more than enough for them to grow. They have there are small insects which have a small life cycle. For them, 12 hours is a lot of time. At least we give them chance to grow, if nothing else. Plus, if there is no radiation, suddenly you'll feel relaxed. Your mind will be relaxed. That is number one. Number two, we are also talking about coming up with we are filing a petition, at least with the Indian Supreme Court at this moment. We are on the process that we should, the kids who are, let's say, younger than 13-year-old, they should not be able to use mobile phone. It should become illegal to use mobile phone for the younger than 30-year age. It's because we are depending so much on the gadgets while we're growing in a growing up age. We're using smartphone. Our mind has stopped working. Our own intellect, it's not getting polished. Our brain is not using enough. We're not using our brain enough. We're depending only on machine. And that is eventually creating maybe the next generation, or maybe generation next, would be in a worse situation. They will not be able to use their mind at all. We need to polish their mind. We need to nurture them when they're growing up age. And it's important that we should not allow them to use mobile phone in the younger age. That should be the prerogative of a parents. But now definitely parents have gone ahead and started throwing all kind of gadgets because kids ask for it. It's become a new toy for them. But it is important that that toy needs to be rationed in a certain way, where they should not be able to use till to a certain age. Like you have an age for the driving, you have age for consuming alcohol or anything. Similarly, now there has to be an age to use the gadget, especially mobile phone. Maybe you can use a laptop or a tablet because now it's a part of your education system. But that is also not with a SIM card. You're using maybe internet connection or local connection, which is still okay. But the mobile phone, which comes with the radiation, are too much of it because you're using it 24/7. You're becoming addicted to mobile phone. That is where the problem is. It's not about just using the phone. It's about getting addicted to the gadget. That is the problem. So the thing is, we are filing in India at least to start with, but we are going all over the world. We want to file across the world that it should be banned, and it should become illegal for a young kid to use the mobile phone. If you agree to this idea, please write to us. We will also we need your support to do make a movement like this. It may sound little illogical, it may sound little harsh to the kids, but please understand, just 30 years back or 25 years back, we did not have all this. We survived, we lived, we had we were communicating. Without that also our life was easy. It was not impossible. But today it looks like that without mobile phone we don't have life. Is that really true? What happens tomorrow if some big disaster happens in a satellite and all our mobile connectivity is gone overnight? Do you think without that we'll stop living with that? No, we will not stop living without that. But at least we should practice once in a week. If we can't use gadgets, maybe once in a month, at least once in a year, which is 10th May, which we are promoting the idea of 10th May as No Gadget Day. Once in a year, one should practice every week. Trust me. The best thing would be you should not use gadget every week, but once in a week. Make sure you have a landline at home if you can afford. So at least when you regular communication you can do with land phone instead of using mobile phone. You should use mobile phone only when you're out of office or out of home. You should use mobile phone only at that time. The rest of the time you can only use your regular landline phone. So that will also reduce radiation, because less usage of mobile phone will also reduce radiation. At the same time, you will not change mobile so frequently, so there will be less e-waste. Whatever waste we can reduce, we must reduce. That's the basic idea of all this 11 days of Earth's healing, which we constantly promoting. That 11 days, we have given you a very different ideas that what we should do. Tomorrow would be a very simple idea. I will come back to you with that. But I'm telling you, 11 days for Earth's healing is a very important for all of us to practice every year between 1st to 11th May. We should not use motor vehicles those 11 days possible. Let's start walking, let's start cycling, start connecting with nature, start talking about bees and birds and start taking care of them. Maybe the bigger animals like elephant, which is most important for the entire ecosystem of jungle. We have to be careful about everything which we consume, which is coming from nature. So this is the only way we can reduce the impact of climate change and start reversing, hopefully, if we all practice together. That's a very important task as of today. If you really want this world to live for your next generation livable, then we have to give up certain things now. And trust me, people of our age, or at least my age, 45, 50-year-old, everybody has seen the world from zero, where we had nothing, and we have got everything in this 50 years. And we can still survive, man. This Earth has been there for millions of years, and a lot of things has happened. We all have survived. Why we are consuming so much, whether it's a fossil fuel, whether it's a metal, whether it's food, whether it's water, everything we're consuming and having excess use. Like I stopped using shower as much as I can. I don't use shower. I use bucket to take shower to save some water. When we are washing our vessels after food, we try and use water as less possible. So, and this is a practice I'm not doing for myself. I put this practice across my people who are working with me. Sometimes people get irritated because of this habit, but one has to be now more conscious about all these things. Especially India, I'm talking about, we have 18% of world's population, and we have just 3.5% drinkable water. How will you survive if there is even just 50%, 5% is down? We will not have water for basic consumption. So we all need to be very, very careful about all this. No Gadget Day is very, again, a very important practice. Yes, today we are using the gadget, maybe tomorrow we can just not use it. It's just one day. Let's try and practice how we can survive by giving up for one day. And I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure it's possible. Maybe next year I don't need to make this video. This year is very important, so I'm talking to you. Next year I might not make this video, and we will be practicing this No Gadget Day. Let's hope for the best. Tomorrow would be the last day of 11 days for Earth's healing, but we will continue in touch with you with various programs, and tomorrow you might get some programs in French and Arabic also for the different parts of the world. Stay in touch, keep forwarding this message to others. Please re-record, dub, join us as volunteers, whatever works for you, and make this movement successful across the world. Thank you so much. See you again tomorrow.